The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us. For your Wednesdays is where we do it. This is the safe place where our stories are told and met with compassion, love, understanding, and faith. This
Larry Schaefer, Whiskey Ready.
At step_Sarge1 you have just reached level 7.
Okay. Oh, you have to put the video up, right? MBR.
Yeah, I think so because I have everything through like a mixer. Why am I having trouble with this? What the hell?
Larry's normally like messaging me now. Are we going live?
But for some reason, that's
Why is Facebook not working?
It says Facebook's not working, but it is
We'll
working.
get that.
And they can hear us.
Did we crash Facebook?
I don't think so. We're on there. Don't worry about it. But we're like live, so everybody can hear us. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Warrior Wednesday.
There we go. Now I can hear you. Did we crash Facebook, dude? There we go. Now I can hear you.
We didn't crash.
Where'd you go? Did we crash Facebook, dude? Oh.
There we go.
Hey, Johnny, I see that you requested, unfortunately, on these lives, I only let vets in the boxes.
I'm gonna show your
Where
picture.
you go, MBR? What happened? Why is Facebook... Loki, move. Move for a minute. What the hell's going on there? Request, Larry. How you doing, Johnny? Thank you. Larry, you're private. I can't bring you up, dude. You got a request. Hey, Spicy, how are you?
I'm good.
Hey, Brady. Let's see if MBR can come in this time. Hey. Hey, did we crash Facebook?
No, we didn't crash Facebook.
Well, it's not. Do you see the screen that I'm looking at?
Yeah, don't worry about that because I'm looking at us. We're alive and
Okay,
everybody's
cool.
loving us and Spicy's there and it's good times.
Cool. Oh no, oh it's just red on the screen, on the computer screen. I didn't want to end it from there. You know what I mean?
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Like
Yeah,
I said,
I couldn't hear any of that Tickfinity stuff, dude.
you still can't. It's going off.
Oh well, maybe I'll be able to hear it now that you're in here. I don't have it on my end. Well, I've also got the laptop turned all the way down too and muted.
Oh, that might be why.
Very
Oh
well could
no,
be.
I would think that you would hear it on your. I would think that you would hear it on your cell phone. I don't know. What do I know? I could be wrong for all I know. But let's go back to that. I got too many screens up. And now I don't hear you guys. Oh. Sergeant Ham, I can't hear you guys because you're muted. Okay. All right. So while we wait for, I don't know, maybe he's on a phone call. That's live. And then, oh yeah, I guess I don't really.
That Larry Schaefer in sorry or in pain.
I can hear everyone.
I can't hear anybody. Oh, why? Sergeant Ham, are you still there? All right, what did I do wrong? Oh, okay.
Screenshot, Ham, of the young lady I was talking about.
Okay.
She's probably in the Facebook live chat because she does not have TikTok.
Well, if she comments, I should be able to see it on the side here that I'm looking at. Because it won't let me flip my camera. Really? That's odd. Oh, there we go. So just so everybody's aware, like this is how I look. Like here's where like all the chat for Facebook and everything else comes in, right? And this is the station side.
Wait, we're on Facebook too?
Yes.
Okay.
But your name isn't attached to it.
Okay.
Your name's not on there.
I'm not worried about my name, but
Oh,
whatever.
Oh.
It's whatever.
I didn't think about that.
She don't have warrants out for her arrest or anything, does she?
No, he can kiss my fucking white Irish ass for all I care.
Thank you for the heart me. I don't like that they changed it to fan club instead of because it used to be what the fuck was it? I was just talking about it earlier.
Not a problem, bruh.
Anyways, they changed like the heart me's to fan club and it's weird.
Yeah, well, they give you also when you go in there, in that there's another thing that they just come out with. I sent you a link to it that you can get reward points and stuff.
Okay.
And then you can use those reward points for stuff out of TikTok shop, or you can bring them over, I guess, and use them for your gifter coins.
All right. Yeah, Brian, you're allowed in the boxes. Only veterans on Warrior Wednesdays are allowed in the boxes.
Sweet, dude.
But you did hear what I told her about. Told you about what her name is, right?
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna put her government name out, but she goes by. Shoot. Dog Tag Diva.
I got you. Okay. If I see it pop up, I'll let you know. But I'm going to tell you now. I think Facebook's not working, so it kind of crashed out on us.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Well, last week it was Roku crashed. So.
That gum ham. What are you doing, dude?
Big shit.
But
we're doing big things over here, Bubba.
Yeah, right. But about the concrete, the reason why I had to put so much down is I had to have at least a 3-inch slab, 6 foot long and 4 foot wide. Next Wednesday they will be here about 1 o'clock to fix my well. They are going to put a osmosis system up under our kitchen sink.
Yeah.
For purified water. And then out at the well, they're going to do a
you're welcome.
Double filter tank.
Yeah.
And salt bucket to soften our water to get all the iron and calcium and stuff like that out of the well water. So
yeah.
Hopefully after that, the wife is not going to have to worry about kidney stones anymore.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I might be making a trip to Georgia, actually, Larry. One of the, I don't know off the top of my head, but one of the puppies that Lisa just had is going to a veteran in Georgia. So I may take the trip out there and take the puppy out for her. Because I transport puppies sometimes.
Nice. Well,
they're only a week old right now, though. So.
Well, if you're down in my neck of the woods, just holler at me. If you're not more than an hour away, I can meet you up there.
All right, definitely.
Where you at, Larry?
What's that, Brian?
What part of Georgia you at?
You know where Lake Seminole is?
Not offhand.
Like it's down by the Florida line.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the southwest corner of Georgia.
Yeah.
Near Fort Benning.
I'm actually about probably about 5 miles from Lake Seminole.
You're a good pup, I know.
Okay.
I just don't have a boat.
Loki, damn it, dude.
Yeah, my mom owns a house. Mom and dad owns a house down in Greenville, which is near Noonan and LaGrange area.
Yeah.
I know.
I actually
Hi, Loki.
Lithonia, you know where that's at?
You know, if I'm on camera, he's got to be here.
No.
Brian, it's
I know.
it is west of Atlanta.
Okay.
Probably about I want to say about 45 miles, 50 miles, something like that.
Gotcha.
I dated a girl back when I was in high school that lived up there, and her daddy was a full bird colonel at
All right,
that
go lay
time.
down. Go lay down. Oh. Okay. I'll just continue to pet you and love you.
Hey, she's had a rough day with me today.
I bet she has.
She's out. She's unconscious.
I bet she has. Oh, so Larry, you saw that, right? That I posted on Facebook about my kid. I'm so fucking proud of him, dude.
Man, so am I.
I'm extremely proud of him. He did something I could have never done. I skipped school and did too much stupid shit.
That part, I did the same.
I was too worried about like skating and surfing when I went to high school in Florida. Like,
what part of Florida did you go?
I was down by Fort Myers.
Okay.
We moved from North Carolina. North Carolina's home. That's where I raised at and everything else. But when I went to high school, my mom ended up getting a house. My grandmother gave her a house down by Fort Myers, and I ended up going to high school down there.
Gotcha. I lived in Crystal River going to high school.
Okay. I went to Charlotte High School.
Okay.
Oh, Crystal River is a good place to go swimming too.
Dude, our mascot was a fucking tarpon with boxing gloves.
Yep.
The Fighting Tarpons was my high school mascot.
I'd rather have had that than our mascot. Our mascot was a freaking syrup pitcher.
Hey, when I lived up in Massachusetts, my dad was in the military, so we traveled a lot. And our high school mascot was a canalman because our high school was right on the canal. I mean, that was
A canalman?
Yeah, canalman.
Thanks for the follow.
Mine's a
Hero.
Laker. So I live in Minnesota, and obviously,
Hey, Silent Hero
10,000
Cigar.
lakes.
Why don't you hop up in a box? I'd like to know more about you, sir. Veteran-owned cigar company.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
You
why
gotta
don't
get
you
in the
pop
box.
up in a box?
So where in North Carolina did you grow up?
All over. Winston-Salem, Danbury. I've been all the way out as far as Eden and Fayetteville. I've been everywhere. All over North Carolina.
Hey, you got
Yeah, I live
18 plus turned on?
Yes, I do. Always.
Good.
I live just outside of Fort Bragg.
Oh, do you? Okay. Yeah, I've been
Spent 12 years in Fort Bragg.
I was born in Cleveland, but 5 days later, I was down in North Carolina, so that's home. My favorite place in the world is at Hanging Rock State Park, the Lower Cascades. Silent Hero Cigar. This is an every Wednesday live for veterans only.
I'm ready, veteran. I met you.
You're more than welcome to come in anytime you want. And it's from 8 to 10 Central.
Excellent, brother. Yes.
Silent Cigar. I took and sent you a follow, dude. Me and you's gonna have to get together about some cigars.
You see that comment, Brady?
You've heard of me.
That could be a good thing.
From Sarge, or
I don't know why you gotta be putting my shit out there, motherfucker.
Jesus.
He's laughing in the studio at me right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I plead the fifth. I'm surprised Emo didn't come in. I sent it out to her.
I can send one to her too.
Yeah, if you want
I
to.
think she's probably either in the freezer or in the shower.
Well, Emo didn't come in last week either, though.
Yes, she did.
For like 5 minutes, and then she left.
And she still
must
came
not have been in during that.
I mean, she was live earlier today. But I've been, dude, this week it's all running around for the kiddo. You know what I mean? Like tomorrow he doesn't have to be at school till noon, but he gets out at 2:30. And then Friday he's got to be. So there is a parade where they parade the seniors around, and it's in your parents' cars, and they drive you through town.
Love it.
Yeah. So Friday's going to be jam packed, and then he's got to be at school at 6, and graduation is at 7.
SFDM going
Shit, my oldest has to be at school at 5:30 in the morning.
Oof.
And they're going on some trip that's 3.5 hours away.
All right, NBR.
And now it's a 3-day trip, but my son did not want to. He's special needs, did not want to participate the overnight thing.
Yeah.
So his special needs worker is actually driving him up there just for the day and bringing him back.
Nice.
That's awesome, though.
Super
That they're
nice.
doing that.
Because
Yeah.
he wanted to go so bad, but he's not ready for overnight.
Overnights
you
like
know?
that. Yeah, no, I get that.
But he's so fucking excited.
The boys were like that too for the longest time. Like, they did not want to do, like, people could come over and spend the night, but they
Right.
weren't trying to go spend the night at anybody's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids only spend the night at my parents' house, grandma, grandpa,
Yeah.
and their great aunt and uncle, which are basically grandparents on the other side, and that's it.
Shit, all my kids are grown.
Oh,
My
my
oldest is 10.
Mine are grown. My youngest is about to turn 18 and he's graduating.
But yeah, I got 12 grandkids, so
Holy shit.
yeah.
Hey,
And we have
Brian.
one kid that hasn't had any kids yet.
Brian, let me count this up now. Hang on. Let's see. 3 by that daughter, 2 by that daughter, 4 by that daughter, 1 by the son. Damn, I'm at 10.
Yeah, but Larry, you're old.
Damn.
Hey, Brian, he ain't wrong, dude.
Say again?
I said he ain't wrong. I'm 54 years old.
I'm not too far behind you. I'll be 49 this summer.
Larry's got 10 years on me.
But we're raising 2 of our grandkids.
Wait, Brian, you're 49? You got 12 grandkids?
Yes.
You're the same age as my parents.
Hey, Brian, let me flip you out. I got a dude that I went to school with. He's 2 years younger than I am, and he married a lady with kids. I think she had 4. And last time I saw him and his wife and spoke to them, I asked them how their couple of grandbabies were doing that they had, and they said, couple. Oh yeah, that's right. It's been 9 years since you've seen us. They have 19 grandkids.
Holy.
I feel for him.
I asked him, I'm like, did y'all not teach the kids about the aspirin? And they're like, well, we tried. I said, well, what are they doing? Spitting them out like shooter marbles?
Yeah. I mean, our first grandson, my oldest grandson, he's 7. He'll be 8 in November. and he lives with us. But he was born in 2017, and we've had a grandbaby born from 2017 all the way up into this year.
Wow.
And Christmas kills me.
Oh, I bet it does.
I mean, when we have to have, like, our two grandkids that live with us, they have, Santa Claus, and then they open their stuff from Santa Claus, and then our kids come in the house with their kids, and then we have another Christmas. It's just like, you guys are killing me. No more kids.
How many kids do you have?
We have 5. We lost one 3 years ago.
No, I'm sorry to hear that.
Dude, he was taken from us by his best friend. My son, my other son, my daughter, and my son's wife all witnessed it.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty sight. We got that phone call about 11 o'clock on a Friday night saying that he was shot, and we figured out who shot him, and I already knew where he got shot at, and who did it. I knew he wasn't surviving, and so I had to, we got there to the scene, and the police came over and talked to me and his dad, because my wife was divorced and she had 2 kids and I had 3 from another marriage, but he came over and told us, and we talked about it, and I told the police officer, I was like, I'll inform his mom, and of course that she lost it, and then we had to go to the police.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
It was rough. He left 3 kids behind, and then 5 months later, the mom of his oldest and youngest passed away.
Oh man,
from that lethal stuff that's going on in the streets.
Yeah. Enough said on that one.
Yeah. So we got that phone call on a Sunday morning, and we went and picked up my grandkids, and we've had them since, and we adopted them.
That's amazing on you, though, for
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Grandma and grandpa,
Raising kids all over again. It's like, how did I do this when I was in the 20s? Because they got us running, and it's like, all right, 8:30, you guys are going to bed, so are we.
Yep.
That part.
My oldest is 10.
I wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh, I bet. So you had one born, one of your grandbabies was born in 2017?
Yeah, we had one born in 2017.
My daughter was born in 2017 too. She's my youngest, and she'll be 8 in July.
Wow. Yeah, my oldest grandson, he'll be 8 in November. And then it goes all the way from the 8 is he's 7, but he's the oldest, and our youngest
That brat
is
veteran, why don't
soon to be here
in your name?
within the next few days.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really? Taxes feed your kids coming in being asked?
Huh?
Sorry, you go.
Nah, like the hate and shit like that, and just the being a dick coming in, that's not cool.
Yeah, why don't have veteran in your name? Like, why do you give a shit?
I have PTSD from the military. Forgive my comments.
It's getting
A lot
more.
of listen
I'm sorry,
here.
what?
A lot of us have PTSD from the military, but we don't come in and start acting like that in comments.
Exactly.
And the bratty part of my name has nothing to do with the military, so.
Welcome back, Silent Cigar.
But yeah,
That part.
But anyways,
but the boy that
Anywho,
took my son's life, the way it happened is
be nice. Thank you for cooking food for the men in the
so
military.
he was a friend of the family, and I bought tickets for the Carolina Hurricanes
Help,
game
just stopping by.
for him,
Hi, Brady.
and one of my sons couldn't go because he had his
Brian,
girlfriend.
all
can I
right, you're
stop you
gone.
real
Hold on,
quick?
you're gone,
Let me
bro.
no, wait. Let me
All
say
right.
something before
No,
you
go ahead.
kick his ass out.
Hey, Nelly.
Whatever the fuck your name is, my taxes feed your kid's ass 2025. You can kiss my fucking white Irish ass for all I care. I was not a cook in the military, by the way. So
At Brady veteran, I said thank you.
All right, let's
yeah, kick him now
because I'm
before I
not.
get mad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that.
And I said fuck you.
I'm not gonna deal with that.
All right, sorry, Brian. Please.
No, you're fine. The hate comments and stuff like that, we're not gonna deal with that and all the drama.
But yeah,
We spread love and positivity in this live.
Yes, sir.
That part. Hey, Nelly. What's
Can we
up,
let
Gunner?
Brian finish? I want to hear Brian's story.
So
I'm sorry.
I bought him tickets, and my son, one of my other sons, couldn't go because his girlfriend was pregnant in the hospital, and so we asked that boy if he wanted to go because like I said, he was a friend of the family. He used to date my daughter. My daughter broke it off a couple months prior, and so he went up, and they were all having a good time. And on the way back, he was acting like a fool. My daughter was driving because she was the only one that wasn't drinking because she was underage. And that dude was hanging out the window, acting like a fool, dropped his phone, couldn't find it, having an attitude about it. So they pulled off the interstate or the highway. And one thing, my daughter ended up getting out of the truck and walked to the stop sign. And that boy was trying to go after her. And my son told him, say, hey, that's my sister. Leave her alone. I'll take care of her. And he had his little pew-pew in the truck. And he took it out when he got out of the truck. And it was in his hands. And he was probably maybe 5 feet when he pulled it. And it got my son right in the head. And my other son, my other son caught him. And he didn't know it hit him until he ended up catching him because he thought it went by him. And I mean it all could have turned ugly. He could have took all of them out, but thankfully he didn't. He dropped it and went to try to give him CPR, and that's another thing that helped him in his. We didn't go to trial. He ended up getting a plea deal, which me and my wife did not agree on. He got 5 to 7 years.
That's it. What?
Yep. He was charged with murder, and the DA in Wake County said it would have been kind of hard to try to convince the jury if we went to trial. Murder 1 or murder 2, because of him trying to give him CPR, photos, body cam, and a bunch of BS. That's all it was.
I'm so sorry.
To us, they didn't want to do their job.
That's honestly, I'm going to be honest. That's what it sounds like to me. Like they didn't want to do their job, and
yep.
I am sorry that the system failed you like that.
Yeah, so you think our system is immaculate, perfect, whatever, until you deal with it. Once you deal with it and realize it's our justice system sucks, and I told that to the judge. We got to talk to the judge and and to whoever was there, and I told the judge flat out, it's like, I hate to say it, but our justice system sucks. And he looked at me and he gave me a head shake. So he already knows our justice system sucks. But yeah, like I said, he got 5 to 7. He already
Sorry,
had
how are you,
time
Brian?
served. He's due to get out January 7th of 27.
That's all they gave him.
Yeah, that's insane.
And the bad thing is he only lives about 10 to 15 minutes from all of us. We know where he lives, and they know where. See, we moved in from the time it happened, so he doesn't know where we live, but of course, we all know where he lives.
What state are you in, Brian?
North Carolina.
Let me do some. When did this happen?
January 7th of 22.
I used to want to be a lawyer. I got a lot of family that has done some fucked up shit, and
I mean, we want to do
an appeal,
a wrongful death.
Yes, wrongful death lawsuit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reason, we were kind of. I'm not trying to sound stupid about it, but we were kind of glad we didn't go to trial.
Nice save. Yeah, because you can definitely not say that word on live.
What?
The R
The
word.
R word.
bro.
That's why I said nice save.
Oh,
what up, King?
But it's because we didn't want to put our kids back through it.
That's understandable.
That's understandable.
How are you
My
burping?
daughter was admitted to UNC. She was there, and she got transported to another place up north in North Carolina for about 10 days, 2 weeks.
That's good, bro.
Oh, I'm sure she
attempted. And then my other son, I got to talk to him the other day, and he normally keeps it. He hides it. He keeps it in. He's trying to be the one that helps out everybody. He holds in his anger, and we finally got to talk the other day because he came over. Him and his dad got in an argument about a couple things about this whole situation, and he looked at me. He's like, you want me to be honest with you? I was like, yeah. And he's like, I told my dad that, my long barrel, it's in my closet. He's like, I look at it every morning I get up. And he's like, every morning I look at it, it's like another day closer to seeing his brother again. And at first, when I heard him say that, it kind of worried me of his, his well-being.
Yeah, and that's understandable completely.
But then I got to thinking about it. If in all reality, we all are closer. Every day we wake up, we're one day closer of seeing loved ones and whoever you want to see. So I was like, okay, I can get it that way. But he refuses to see any therapist or psychiatrist because he said the more he talks about it is the more he hurts. And
I'm going to tell you now, I can kind of understand where he's coming from with that because I didn't talk about stuff from Iraq for a long time after I got home. A long time.
Yeah. Because they were 19 and 21 at the time, and they saw more in a matter of time there than a lot of people have.
Yeah.
But me and my wife,
I don't know how, Larry. Hold on, I'm fixing that.
We're the type of ones that the more we talk about it, the better we feel. So that's why I like to talk about it because it makes.
Larry, you've got mod status. You're full mod.
No, I think the best thing is to talk about it, and I really wish your son would reach out. You just got to find the right therapist, find the right person who vibes with him. And I know
what are you trying to do, Larry?
See, the bad thing is my daughter was seeing the therapist, and the therapist was basically
you should be able to
telling my daughter she was the reason why that happened.
When I click, it brings up to follow or send her a message in chat. I don't.
That's
have
weird,
all the...
dude. No, because I just looked at yours, right, and I can send you a screenshot of it. You have when I go to manage moderator access, you have everything, dude.
All right, let me drop out and come back in.
I can remove you as a mod and then reset it. You want me to try that first?
Yeah, do that.
All right, let me remove it. And then, hold on, let me go back in. And now I'm going to add it all back. Manage guests and more. Confirm.
Brian, hold tight.
I'm here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to figure a bunch of crap out.
Yeah.
But no, hey, bro, I just want you to know, I know this, this is what these lives are all about. People coming in and being able to tell their stories and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I found that through myself, it helps a lot immensely. So sorry to cut. Please continue.
But like I was saying, my daughter was seeing a therapist and she stopped seeing the therapist because the therapist was basically blaming her for that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Terrible.
No.
That is not okay at all.
And did she find someone new?
Yeah, I think she sees another therapist. See, my wife works at a hospital, so she sees a therapist at the hospital, and I see the one through the VA.
Right.
Because I was seeing it before this happened, because with all my issues. Which
So I'm going to school to be a therapist, just to let you know.
Say again?
She's going to school to be a therapist, is what she said.
Gotcha. Yeah, my son's cousin's girlfriend is doing the same thing.
I mean, so I hardcore believe in therapy and
because they seen more. I mean, yeah, we weren't there, we didn't see it, and we still suffer, but they suffer the worst of it.
And trying to work on my
CPT
VS certification.
for your daughter and your son could be a huge. So I went through some really big trauma that I won't get into, but mine is domestic violence related, and CPT helped me a lot.
Oh, that's awesome, Gunner, that you're working on your VSO certification. The last VSO I had, he was like probably 70 and didn't know the first thing about computers or the internet or how to file claims. So that was fun-ish.
My 100% and want to help others get the same.
Yeah, hopefully Friday, because I have my meeting with a higher level.
Gunner, you can come in a box.
Higher level appeal for my mental health. And then I get what I need to get to 100. I'm right there.
So I was at 90 forever, and
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
to
what
tell you
I'm
now, it took me
I'm listening.
like I had to get a lawyer involved, and once I got the lawyer involved, he had my 100% within 7 months.
I have Veterans Guardian.
Okay.
Which is based at it. I mean, it's worldwide, but it's based here in Pinehurst, which is only like 15 minutes from me.
Larry,
But,
when you comment in the chat, it shows the mod status right next to your name. So I don't know why your stuff's not working.
I don't know. It's probably my stupid phone. It's about time to replace it.
That very well could be. Well, I mean, it's not really a phone. It's a tablet that you just like bang a hammer and chisel into, ain't it?
Slate.
Oh, so I don't know if you realize there's no gray anymore. So I went cut the stuff to get the gray out of my beard. Got done doing that, and then
Look here,
turned my
bro.
head side.
I have earned every gray hair in my beard, and I ain't getting rid of them.
Well,
plus I was told
when
not
I
to.
turned my head, I saw the side of my head, and I told the wife right after. I said, "You got to shave the side of my head. It is full of gray now."
At least you got hair.
Yeah,
Not much. I mean,
More than I got.
I mean, my little rat tail does come all the way to my forehead.
Look, man.
I can't help it. You take and shave your head.
I ain't got no hair there to shave, bub. That shit grows in thick like all around here, but the top is super. It's just I use the clippers and.
Mr. Cue Ball.
But I will say this, right? It saves.
I got no gray hair, but
I got plenty.
Actually, let me unplug this. Maybe that'll work better too. But if I do, I have to switch all this because nobody will be able to hear me.
Hey, you see what Gunner said in the chat? That he finally got his 100%.
Yeah.
oh, that's awesome.
I'm gonna tell you, us veterans that have fought and finally got our 100%. All the knowledge and stuff that we've got in our head of what you have to do to be able to get your 100%, and it's absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, I'll give a prime example. So when I come home from Iraq in 06, they had some folks from the VA up at our unit the following month
veteran,
for
you
our
have
drill.
just reached level 2.
And the woman that come up there, she pulled me into the office.
Yeah.
And I had my readiness NCO in there too. And she said, she's like, "Look, I've been paying attention to you all day. And it's not just you. I've got 3 more that I'm going to talk to. But if y'all aren't at the VA in the morning filing y'all's paperwork for your disability, says I'm going to personally drive to your houses, pick you up, and take you to Gainesville and put you in the hospital."
Oh shit.
And I told her I'd do it. I went down to the VA that following Monday and filed my paperwork. And she had part of it already ready when I got there. But we filed my paperwork and stuff, and they sent me down for a CMP. And she told me, she said, "You should get 100% with what you had to deal with and everything." They give me 40.
Damn.
And I started fighting with them after that, and it took all the way to from
They gave me
07
it the
to
first time.
2014 to get my full disability.
ED? Am I?
Venereal disease.
Oh, okay.
Like the
okay.
flap.
Picking up what you're putting
Yeah,
down.
I was trying not to get yeeted.
Yeah.
Shit, my bad.
But yeah, they were getting 50 to 100% for that, and here I had to fight like a freaking dog.
Dude, so we were
What
had to
years
do.
were this? Can you repeat what years this were?
2008, 2009.
Hold on.
God. Okay.
So we
Iraq or
Do what, Brady?
for deployments?
Yeah, because
Iraq or Afghanistan?
Iraq.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
We sent 5 females home from our deployment pregnant.
That part. There was actually 2 that got sent home from 10th Mountain because their commander caught wind of some shady stuff going on. So they did an inspection of the rooms
Get
and
knocked up
stuff
by a chief, then sent
down at
home.
Camp Adder when we got down there.
What up, cowboy?
2 of the girls actually had a duffel bag half full of cash.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What up, cowboy?
Deployed in 08, we had to do like our first, formation at the armory, right? And one of my soldiers, I'm not going to say his name, but come up to me and goes, Sergeant Ham, I need to go to the ER. I'm like, dude, we're just now forming up to get ready to deploy and all that. I'm like, why? He goes, I hooked up with a burner last night.
Oh no.
So hold on, Larry. Hold on, it gets better. So I can't make the call.
I appreciate that. I got tea all over my floor. Thanks.
You're welcome. So anyways,
Well, at
right?
least we know now that you spit.
Right? So anyways, I as an E5 team leader cannot send him to the
You
ER.
have just reached
So I had to go to the squad leader, who sent me to the platoon sergeant, who sent me to the top, and it made it all the way up to the battalion sergeant major.
Oh, jeez.
He went to the ER with a battle buddy. He came back about 6 hours later after the penicillin shot, and we're in formation, and everybody's just.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, they sent him all over the place. Like, good times.
He was trying to get his last bid in.
Clearly.
I'm going to say this about that. At least he got a shot.
I mean,
because in Nate,
sounds like he gave a shot and got one back.
Because in '89, cotton swab with a stick.
Thank you, Brady. Thank you.
At Bratty
That stuff is painful.
level.
I would, dude. I wouldn't know. Don't ever want to know. I'll pass.
Well, that was when I was in Germany. Thank you, Brady.
Of course.
At Brett and
Thank you,
Veteran,
Brady.
you have just reached
See what I got. How much coins I got here.
At Cowboy
Thank you, man.
1970, hey brother.
What's going on, gun lover?
Oh.
Oh.
Cowboy, how you been?
That's about the $5,000 question right now.
Cowboy Patriot 1970, how are you?
If you got $5,000, I'll answer it. No, this week has been a hell of a month.
This week has been a hell of a month. Yeah, I get
I
that.
feel you.
Monday, my wife called me and she was frantic. Whenever she called me, I was at work.
Well, that's always serious when the wife calls you frantic.
Our big gelding tried to kill one of our mares.
Oh no.
And she witnessed the whole damn thing. She's asleep right now. Thank the good Lord himself right there. But it was pretty traumatic for her.
Oh,
I can imagine.
Pretty traumatic for the damn horse too. But and then yesterday I was in the emergency room. Got some bruised ribs.
What happened?
And well, that's the fucked up thing about it. I don't know. It's been hurting. They've been hurting for over a month, and I thought it was just from working out and shit like that. And then the past couple weeks, it started hurting pretty much constantly. And right now, I'm on Tylenol 3 with codeine plus ibuprofen, and it's not fucking doing much for it.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do for ribs.
I was just hoping it would kind of take care of the pain a little bit.
Take the edge off.
It's not hard. Yeah, well, it's taking the edge of the edge off.
Makes it sleepy.
Not. I wish
At
it did.
Cowboy
I wish
Patriot
it would just do
1970,
that.
I'm enjoying my day off from babysitting adult children.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to sleep like that.
Yeah.
What up, Ozzy?
Babysitting adult children.
Yeah,
I know how to babysit them fuckers. Never mind. Oh fuck!
What up, boss?
What's up, boss?
They could go help Larry with that 800 pounds of concrete he poured.
I agree, bud.
Why'd you?
You're muted, boy.
Who muted him? Larry, did you do that?
I have no idea.
Me law.
Well, you said 800 pounds of concrete. I said, well, that's about 20 pounds lighter than my ex-wife.
Jesus.
Damn.
Wow.
I've always said, what what's the difference between a cow and
Trying
my
to find your
ex-wife?
super
About
pounds.
25 pounds.
Oh, goodness.
And this is no joke. Whenever we've been married for a couple years, and we decided we was going to go dancing, sent the kids to my mom and dad's and shit, and well, she decided she was going to go get some new clothes for this.
Hell yeah.
And she was
At
trying
Cowboy
on some
Patriot
jeans.
1970, did
and
you
she
know
asked
I'm a
her
corrections
husband,
officer
which
now?
was me, of course.
Ozzy, I would
That-
bring you up, but it's only veterans in the boxes, bub.
And she asked that fable question. She said, honey, do these jeans make my ass look big? I said, no, baby. Those jeans don't make your ass look big. It's your ass that makes your ass look big. And I wonder why she's an ex-wife.
I mean, that would probably help. Yeah, I'd say there's reasons for that.
No, gun lover, I did not know you as a corrections officer, so now I know why you're babysitting adults.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
I still got a good way to do that, but I can't say it on this fucking app.
All right, young lover, what type of corrections officer are you? Jail, prison, what level?
Level 5.
Okay, I'm in Minnesota. We only have 1, 2, and 3. So level 5 is worse. The worst.
I would say level 5 is don't fuck with them.
Is that maximum, minimum, medium?
Maximum. That's probably reaction force.
Yeah, Larry, you would
Maximum.
know, wouldn't you?
Maximum. Okay.
Not me.
We called those
Nope.
people.
Oh, not me. I wouldn't know nothing about none of that.
Me neither.
I sadly know too much.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
what's
should
up,
call
where
those
were you from
people
last
special.
time? Okay.
Chilling. We just bought this house and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do my garage. So, living the dream. I got my helm over there that my wife won't let me put up anywhere in the garage or the house.
Oh my god.
Immediately
My son
ready to
loved
house it.
Hell yes.
I try it. I'm gonna get it up. I'm gonna get it up in the house.
Does she have a theme going? Is that why?
We ain't got no
It
thing
doesn't.
going.
It doesn't
We
go along with the theme.
We sold nothing. So like I like MASH. That's one of my favorite shows in the world, and I'm trying to
Oh,
get
yeah.
a picture, a big old thing of Hawkeye. Like I just want like a good black and white photo of Hawkeye, and she like immediately red flags that one. Like why can't I have, Benjamin Pierce on my wall? Nope.
Do you have a man cave?
Yes, this little nook that I'm sitting in with the
The nook?
refrigerator that we stole from the apartment that we came from.
Been there, done that.
So it was a really crappy apartment. We just bought this house. It was a really crappy apartment. Like cars were on blocks all the time. Like it was really bad. And they got bought out. And so I went down there because we didn't have a fridge yet. And we basically sold everything so we could like get into this place, right? Because my wife was like, when she saw it, she's like, I want it now. So we got rid of everything because she wanted to redo everything, right? And so we didn't have a refrigerator. And so I walked down to the leasing office and I was like, hey, can I get a copy? We're getting out. I was like, can I get a copy of the make ready report when y'all came through the apartment before we got there? And she's like, yeah, no problem. And so she went to my file and pulled it up, and there were like 3 pieces of paper in there. And she goes, I don't think we have it. And she goes, I think the old manager might have got lost. She goes, is there something else? And I was like, no, ma'am, thank you. Took this refrigerator right down the stairs and loaded that motherfucker in the U-Haul. Like they didn't know I was there before they didn't know I was there before I moved in. They didn't know I was there when I got out.
I used to be a manager of an apartment building, and I've allowed some of those things to happen too. I'm like, well, we didn't write it down, or like the maintenance dude didn't write it down. So like, you take what's not on the fucking paper. So
Bratty, check this out. So I was in a 2-story, right? So there's like somebody that was like across from me, and then somebody that was underneath me, and then somebody that was across and underneath me, right?
Cowboy out.
The people underneath me moved out, and the people upstairs and across moved out. The lady that was downstairs and across from me was like the hotel, the apartment, like security guard, but she didn't do nothing. Not a dang thing. I barely saw her outside of her apartment. But her kids would, because like I am an herbal cigarette user, and I sat on my front porch and would like German Shepherd the entire neighborhood because like I was just gunshots is bad.
German Shepherd the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, dude, my wife calls me the worst German Shepherd. Like even in my new name, like I got a whole garage now with the street, and I still stand in the street like who the fuck's driving down fast, like my wife was like, Casey, get inside. Like, and I'm like, not yet. Like, this is only week 3.
You know what though? I was like that too when I moved into this place. Like, I'm checking everything out, like out on the porch constantly because I'm like, I need to know where I'm at. Who's around me?
Yeah. So they had somebody, squatters moving across and underneath me, and underneath was like starting fires in the bathroom floor. And so I went in. Yeah, bro. So like I went,
Larry
called the cops.
Shapiro.
Cops show up. They didn't even arrest him. They were just like, okay, you're trespassed. You can come back tomorrow if we catch you again. What? Fucking people. Dude, it was bad. I was so mad. I was like screaming, and I couldn't say too much, right? Because I had a giant like herbal cigarette in my hand, you know. Like, and I was trying not to run my mouth because they'd be like, "You come down here." No, bro, I'm gonna sit down real quick. Let me finish this. Like, they
Are you
just
in a legal
trespass.
state?
No, hell no, man.
Oh, fuck, I'm so sorry.
I'm in Texas.
Oh no. No. Shit. Okay.
I have a better chance of winning the lottery and getting struck by lightning, all while like before it ever becomes
That will
legal here
ever
in
happen.
Texas. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they got mad because the apartment people got mad and they called the police on me because when the police wouldn't do anything, I went in there with my own 45 water pistol and I made them leave. And they called the cops on me, and the cops got mad at me. Like, the fuck you mean? Like,
oh,
you were just
It's like you can't win at all.
so here's the deal. My lawyer was saying that they only got trespassed and they didn't get arrested because we found out that maintenance was like unlocking doors and letting them know who, like, what were the vacant units. And so they would get away saying, because when the cops would ask him, and when they asked me, like I said that I forced the door open, and that sentence is what fucked me.
No,
But
you
because-
should not have said that.
Yeah, that's
Well-
like wrong words.
You know,
Say
my
you redact your
100%.
statement.
No, my 100% is mental problem.
Use that.
So Gunner, one of the things I like, my last mental health appointment for my 100%, I didn't realize that the shirt that I was wearing when I went in there, and it's a cartoon toaster jumping into a bathtub, and it says "Live, Laugh, Toaster Bath." And the therapist looks at me, she goes, "Dark humor, veteran, got it."
Yeah, so like I walked into my CMP exam and she was like, they were doing like the whole general question. She's like, do you ever think about, you know, whatevering yourself, you know, or harming yourself? And I was like, you don't?
Who doesn't?
Right?
I was like, this is an everyday ordeal, lady. And
Right,
she
veteran,
was
you
like,
have
you
just
seem like you're pretty chipper right now. It's like, yeah, when I'm alone, I'm not. Like,
Yeah, that's I always say that, you know, the worst place you can ever be is stuck inside your own head with no way out.
yeah, buddy, I went through that.
Jenny Case, your wife.
These lives have helped me immensely in that situation, quite honestly.
So, believe it or
The
not,
choice scares
she
the
got
normies.
out of the Navy, then overturned, then turned around and got my 100%.
You're right there, Ken, dude. The truth scares normies for sure.
So, my first duty station was USS Kitty Hawk out of Yokosuka, Japan. That was like party boat love central. Oh yeah, buddy, held together by souls and duct tape. Glad that play. But like, you know how they say like your best command is always your last command, you know? Like there's no man, because everyone wanted to leave the Kitty Hawk because they were like so strict. Like on Liberty, before we could leave the ship, we called it the gauntlet. Like all the khakis would stand like in a line, like sideways, and they would like check your shirt tails, or like if you had anything on your shirt walking into somewhere, or your pants were rolled up, or like whatever they could get you for in any like civilian attire. You would have like turn around, go back, change your shirt, and go back through the gauntlet again. So it would take like 2 hours just to get down the brow because you had like 400,000 chiefs like sending you back just to be assholes for zero reason.
So I fucked up because I went to Fort Bliss for AIT and we got a weekend pass. Well, Joe decided that he was going to go get a tattoo that said lunatic down his spine. And my dumbass wore a white t-shirt coming back. And drill sergeant saw it. Saw the little blood speckles on the back of the t-shirt and pulled my shirt up. He had me doing flutter kicks for about 3 hours. Oh, you like getting tattoos on pass?
I got this parrot in Singapore. It's supposed to be an eagle and it's total flash. But yeah, I got that in Singapore. Hold on, there we go.
That don't look bad though.
It's not as big as I wanted it to be, and it's like still black. You know how they like turn green over time.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't get caught. One of our dudes got caught because he got an ankle tattoo, and he was going around the shower like, "Bro, check out! It says gangster on it," you know. And we're like, "You dumb fuck!" And then so like they mustered everyone, and they were walking around and like standing in front. We're all standing at attention. You know, did you get a tattoo in Singapore? And people were like, "No." And then they would like write your name down. Did you get a tattoo in Singapore? And so I was like, third line back right at the end, right? And I was like, am I gonna lie to Chief or am I just gonna accept it? And so like, Chief got in front of me, he's like, did you get a tattoo in Singapore? And I was like, yep, I did. But he only gave me like a counseling check, but they sent that other dude to mass. Like, but they've been trying to get rid of him. So that ankle tattoo is just their camel, you know.
When were you in the Navy?
2004 to 2012. First duty station was USS Kitty, and then from a torpedo man to a gunner's mate, and then from gunner's mate, I couldn't.
Oh, that's what
I just do it.
That was me. I was a torpedo man, 95 to 07, and then when we got converted to gunner's mate.
Right. So like when I was trying to re-enlist, because like you're on a ship for like 3 years, right? And then you can go to a different command. But like I was trying to get like my re-enlistment paperwork going because I only had like 9 months or so left, right? And then we were trying to go to a different ship and I could not re-enlist. You have to do what's called a perform to serve. You have to put a request shit in. And like you get 5 chances and they can say, no, you cannot stay at gunner's mate. No, you cannot stay at gunner's mate. Like you get 5 chances. But I did it 4 times, and then they were like, "Do you want to redo your shit?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then my
hey Betsy Ross,
my division officer AO1 Nazario, still one of my best friends, was like, "Dude, let me do your ASVAB scores and see what you're eligible for. Like, come talk to me in the morning." So I went down there, and he's like, "Cool deal, you're gonna be an FC." Like, what the fuck you mean, like an FC? I don't want to work down at damage control. And he was like, "No, bro, like fire control, like the CWIS." And I was like, "Oh." And I was supposed to get like an 80 grand re-enlistment bonus, but they ended up fucking me and saying that I was like, what's that word where they need your rate, so they like re-enlist you for it anyway. What is that term?
Stop loss.
Not a stop loss, but
for the Navy.
Stop loss. That's kind of what it is.
Yes.
Like
that's what they did to me my second tour because my enlistment was up in March of 08. And we deployed January of 08, and they're like, well, we need NCOs with combat experience, so you have to go.
When I was trying to re-enlist as a gunner's mate, it was like 0.008 re-enlistment. Like the whole perform to serve, like there was just all these people had all these PTS points, and like they still couldn't get advanced because there was just so many fucking gunner's mates. So when they sent me to A school, right? Back to A school for like FC, and I had to do the whole like electrical program all over again. They were like, they had new gunner's mate boot campers, and I was pissed. I'm like, why the fuck does this idiot get to be a gunner's mate? And I've been in and I can't stay a fuck. Like, make him go home. Like, make him become a fucking FC. Like, it was dumb. I was mad. But my second ship, that's where I was on the USS Gettysburg because I went to A school back in Great Lakes, and then I went to C school in Virginia. That place is a shithole. I will never go back there again.
What, Virginia?
Virginia?
No, so I was in, yes, we lived in Chesapeake, but my base was called the Dam Neck Annex.
Yep.
Basically at Fort Lee.
Yeah, it was off of Princess Anne.
Yeah.
Like back there.
I did all my ship commands in Norfolk.
Yeah, that was like 45 minutes away from the Dam Neck Annex.
Yeah. We used to go do our shoots at Dam Neck, right next to the SEAL compound.
Yeah, dude, the SEALs would have like PT challenges where they would like do obstacle courses on the beach.
Yep.
And people would get out there and try to smoke these SEALs, and they would just be like done sprinted it 15 times and like smoking all these like little fat radar nerds trying to like go through this obstacle course. Because that's what they sent me to C school for. Like, what?
What years were you at Norfolk?
I was in Norfolk from 99 to 2004, and then 2007 to 2009.
Did you ever meet a corpsman there by the name of Carrie Collis?
Name doesn't sound familiar.
She was for a long freaking time, and then she got sent to Kuwait.
Gunner,
And
is it
Gun-
you with all the damn crickets or like whatever the fuck that
Yeah.
is?
So
Hey,
Sorry.
Gunner. My nephew is on the Carl Vincent.
Yeah.
Nice.
The crickets are bad for me because I have earbuds in.
Gunner, you gotta mute yourself. I was just like, where the fuck is that coming from?
I have an earbud in too, so like the crickets are just like.
I can't hang out in my backyard right now because there's a tree like immediately off of my back porch, and there's a mama bird that has a nest in there. She's pissed off at me, right? Like she is angry at me because you can pull the branch down and see all the little. She's got 4 little chicks inside, and so I pulled that branch down one time, and like man, so I have a 19-month-old son, and now she like hovers over my son when we go on the backyard. Like, listen, fucked with my branch, I will dive on him.
I'm gonna
if you get
fuck
near
with your
this
baby
tree.
too, bitch.
Right,
Yeah.
like, but she'll like, man, her feathers will like puff up because like, you know how you got the
Oh my
electrical
God.
lines, and then you have like the main wire that goes from the electrical lines down to your house that feeds your house, you know?
Yeah.
That runs like almost like symmetrically centered down my backyard, and she will perch on that. And when my son goes on either side of the yard, she'll flip around. She'll go either up or down, and she will like, and I'm like, I'm not fucking with your nest. Like, leave my son alone. Damn, he doesn't do shit, you know? Like,
She's like, you fucking my babies, I'm gonna fuck with your babies.
yeah. So like now I'm just kind of waiting for her to like get them chicks out, so it's not so violent in my backyard. And then because we just moved in here on the 11th, right? So.
And you're already out there pissing her off and fucking with her home.
Okay, I have snakes in my yard and I'm afraid of them. So I'm parking on the street instead of in my driveway because I'm afraid of the snakes.
Use the mothballs.
That's what I said, mothballs.
I ordered some.
Oh, did you order some finally?
Yeah.
If anyone lives in
So I'm
Texas,
still parking
you
on
know
the
that
street though.
crickets.
Hey, yeah, she was in here last week and she's like, hold on, I have to go. The cops are here.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, 'cause the cops are like, bitch, why are you parked over here and not in your own driveway? And I'm like, I'm afraid of the snakes. And they're like, bullshit. I'm like, no, for real. I'm afraid of the snakes, and that's why I'm parking in front of my house, in just right in the street, not in my driveway.
Shit,
and you
my
know,
brother-
I'm okay with that. So.
My brother had a diamondback in his backyard, and he has chickens and everything, and his wife screaming for him, and he was in the front. So he came running, and then he had to call his neighbor friend across the street to bring every arsenal weapon he had.
Chase the snakes with the zero
because he
turn.
can't. My brother can't have them. And
So I live in Minnesota, and where I live in Minnesota, we just have gardener snakes. They're not gonna hurt me. I know they won't, but I have a weird fucking phobia of them, and they freak me out. And I can't handle it. And So, you know, and I live right in the middle of town, so
Thanks for hurting.
I can't shoot anything, you know, because
Yeah.
I thought about that. But I do got the BB gun now, and I'm an excellent shot, and I've shot a couple of them, and they did. But ooh, there's so many. Okay, so I just moved into my house too in January, and I am living with my grandmother with my 3 kids to help take care of her, and I'm taking over the house. And I'm like, Grandma, is this a normal thing that the snakes are just out here on the outside the deck? And she's like, well, yeah, honey, they're harmless. I'm like, I don't give a mother fuck. I went out one day and I was just like, no. I saw them. I was going down the stairs off the deck, and I'm like, nope, done.
Yeah, I saw a picture where there's like 6 small rats
Yeah, they
together.
were fucking balled up together, and I was like, nope, done. And she calls me a chicken every day. Every day.
Brian, were you in here? Were you in here last week when I told Sarge about what my grandson done and what happened at my house?
I think so.
That's too funny, dude. That was insanely
No, I
funny.
remember that. No.
I come in.
So Gunner, so my youngest grandson, he's like 2, and they were all sitting having a snack at the table.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that.
all of a sudden, my service dog takes and yips, and I go to blame the kids for it. And I get up to walk in there, and I look back, and there's a freaking 5-foot white oak snake laid up by the damn water bowl.
Hi, Loki.
So I got all the kids away from it. And a
He
little
said
bit
hi.
later on,
Say hi.
my grandson, I saw it. What do you mean you saw it? He says, door. I pointed at the door. I said, you watched that snake crawl up under the door into the dining room and didn't say nothing? He said, but it pretty.
I would have lost my motherfucking shit, and I would have burned
But
this
it's
whole house down.
dirty.
That's what we're worried about. Our granddaughter out here. They in their neighborhood they saw several 4-foot copperheads running around.
Where are you at again, Brian?
North Carolina, just outside Fort Bragg.
Dude, I was
Fort Bragg, so okay, yeah.
I was out at my mom's last year with the boys, and that's
Are
right
we
outside.
gonna continue talking about snakes?
That's outside of Little Rock. Well, my boys came up to me. I was at my mom's. My brother lives right behind my mom, and they're like, "Dad, come here and look what we caught." And they got one of my brother's in a wheelchair, so they got one of his grabbers, right? And it's a fucking baby copperhead about that long. I'm like, y'all don't need to be playing with that.
Man, so I live near the Brazos River, right? And right when summer first starts, it starts getting real hot. They'll hang down, like the copperheads, they'll hang down from tree branches. And if you like, because you can like inner tube and shit like that and go down the river, or if you got like your own canoe, right, and go down the river.
My sleeping bags into a poof snake on the last of them.
Chase you, like.
Okay, sit.
You know, since we're on the subject of snakes,
No.
Sarge knows about this. It was last year during the summer.
Tell her,
I
say
carried
it's
my
okay.
dogs out. Let
He's
my
trying
dogs
to tell
out.
you it's okay in my ear.
Go to the bathroom while I put their food down, and I hear my service dog yelp, and I'm like, "What the hey?" And he comes in the house limping and stuff, and he's got a spot on his little small blood spot on his foot. So I pull up the camera for over there and watch him as he's walking
You can't
around.
get in my lap, dude.
And he walked next to the carport where normally I walk off the carport at. He walked in that area, and he wound
Welcome
up
back,
getting
Cowboy.
bit by a cottonmouth. Oof! I almost lost him.
I don't do snakes. I can't do snakes. Snakes are, I don't give a fuck if they're nice. They're not nice. They're poisonous. They're not poisonous. They can all die.
Well, I can go ahead and tell you now, I'm a dumbass when it comes to snakes. We had a teacher that kept a couple in her science class. And I decided, well, she likes snakes. I'll just keep my eye out. Well, I was raising quail at the time, and I go out there to feed, my quail are gone. I'm like, what the hey? And I look in the back of the cage, and there's a snake coiled up back there with 3 birds in its belly.
We caught a sand viper in Kuwait, dude.
I put it in a 5-gallon bucket and cut some holes in the top. And the next morning, I get on the school bus with this 5-gallon bucket with a snake in it. When I get to class, I'm like, hey, Teach, where's the snake that I brought you this morning? She says, you need to go to the office. I'm like, oh, what'd I do? And come to find out, I actually carried a 3.5-foot water moccasin on the school bus to school that morning.
Oh, no.
Dude. What a big red one.
So I can do spiders. Okay. I love spiders. And I can do bats. I love bats. I have one tattooed on my motherfucking chest. Okay.
Not much.
But the house that I live in now has a chimney and has frequent bats who like to come in the summer. And I have now the house I live in, I live with my grandma, like I've said before. She's lived in this house since before I was born. And as a kid, she has told me that I have, and I will never forget the first time I did it. I picked up a full bat in my hands, barehanded, and brought it outside. And I knew
Spiders
that was my first love of
oh,
bats.
actually, every bug was here.
And I can do bats. I can always do bats. I can always do spiders. But snakes, I left my newborn daughter and her when I was living not here. We had a really long driveway, my ex, and my daughter was like 3 or 4 months old, and I had her in a stroller. And I went down the driveway to go get the fucking mail. And right when I pulled the mail box open, I'm looking at the mail, and I look down and I see there's a ball of fucking snakes. I immediately throw the fucking mail in the air. Now, mind you, my ex at the time was outside with our boys, and he could hear me from the driveway going,
and clowns.
Oh my God. And I just run up the fucking driveway, left the stroller there with my daughter in it. And I'm like, please go get the baby. Please go get the baby. I can't. There's snakes. And he goes, you left our 3-month-old or 4-month-old, whatever she was at the time. He goes, you left her down there. I'm like, please go get her. I can't.
Larry, I sent her a video, right?
No,
Like
fucking
a backhoe lifted up probably like a 15 or 18-foot python, and she just, the only message I got was,
I said I hate you.
You know, you were talking about bats. Made me remember somebody. Sarge, do you remember Bat from Disgruntled Vets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how many
This
times
was on
I've been
TikTok.
called her? I'm not her, but you know how many times I've been called her? Bat Tits 2.0.
Yep. You know she's on TikTok, right? She's not on Facebook.
I would love to follow her. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll send you one of her videos, but she actually had it covered up.
Why?
Because nobody would leave her alone about it. So now she's got a crow across her chest.
Yeah, I got called her because I was in dysfunctional veterans for a very long time too. And
I still got a T-shirt somewhere that says "Leave me alone."
I have many sweatshirts. And I posted one time in that fucking group asking for advice on something. I can't remember what it was. And they're like, is she Bat Tits 2.0? And I'm like, bro, no, I'm not. I'm not Bat Tits. She had a Batman tattoo. I have an actual bat.
Well,
and mine is a cover up.
She does not look the same anymore. Her arms are the size of Sarge's arms. She's went to weightlifting and stuff.
Yeah, she was into that back in the day, though. I know exactly who you're talking about.
That's fine.
But yeah, there were so many people on.
Who was that, Sarge?
Michael
was
he's going
so much.
So you can take the other dog out.
Tell him I said hi.
She just finally took and left that.
I will when he comes back up the stairs.
I used to have a pet snake.
I'm gonna mute myself just because I don't want to put your name out on it when I tell them.
I already put it out there, remember?
A long time ago.
All right.
Yeah, I had a pet snake, and we were living in Navy housing. Of course, you weren't supposed to have them there.
Hell no.
But I woke up one morning, come downstairs. My three
Come
kids.
here. Say it again. Come here.
With the snake.
You can come over here.
I had to tell my
Michael? Hi, Michael.
I'll be back.
What's up, man?
This is that one I'm super proud of. That
We're
graduated
so
with
proud of
honors,
you.
Magna cum laude.
Congratulations, dude.
Thanks. That's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Hello, all.
Okay, Gunner. Super proud of that dude. Hello, Viking. Yeah, Can dude, I'm pretty proud of that. Can dude, you can come in a box.
Army Wild.
What's up, Viking?
What's
On these lives, I only let vets in the boxes.
Oh.
I'm like feeling like the call
My
of
kids are getting ready for
ink
bed.
therapy. I need some more.
And dude thinks so.
Dude,
Me too.
I seriously need some ink therapy. Seriously need it, but can't afford it.
I need
Exactly.
to finish the top of this arm.
2 years Army, 16.
I got to finish all this.
Tired.
I'm going to cover this.
Leave.
The
I got a
1997
good
travel.
brandy I'm gonna eat.
So I'm going to cover that and get the whole top of it finished.
I need ink bad.
I told myself I would
Mikey, you can come in too.
never get a tattoo overseas. My next to last deployment, I ended up getting 2 in a matter of a week.
Dude, so my mom got I'd like to say mad at me, but
I got some
the week that I turned 18, I came home with like a tattoo every day that week.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Brian.
Where'd you get that done at?
I got it done in Tallahassee, Florida. A Cuban guy was working at a tattoo shop down there that I like to go to. And I told him what I was looking for, and it's actually a cover-up from a tat that I got while I was in Germany. And he says, all right, so he measured everything out, and he drew it out and called me and said, hey, come look at this and see if it'll work for you. And I went and told him, yeah, that'll work for me. What's the cost going to be? And he told me $350. So I said, well, Keep that right now, and I will come up here as I get the money and pay you ahead of time and get it paid for first before I get it done.
I like that a lot. Damn, Viking.
He's like,
all
right, that sounds good. So I managed to get it paid for. And then when I got up there, he says, I didn't like how that looked. So I did a little modification to it. And the tattoo I've got is the modification. And when I got there to get it done, I'm like, dude, that's a lot of work for $350. He said, well, you've already paid for it. I'm the one that changed it, so don't worry about it. Just don't tell anybody that I let you have it for that. But he said that if I'd have paid full price for it, it would have been around $850, $900.
Oh yeah.
Dude, my hand in New York prices like $600 for my hand. New York prices are ridiculous for tattoos. This on my wrist, right? If I can hold on, let me see if I can. This one on my wrist, $350. Dude, for all of the fill-in, right, here in Missouri, all the fill-in that I got, plus this skull here, all of that was $350.
Damn.
Well, I need to come to Missouri.
Dude, this one here was like $250.
Japan right there.
I've always wanted to get like a tattoo, not necessarily a Japanese traditional, but I've wanted to get a tattoo done in like the traditional style, like the bamboo and all that. But I want to add like a skull or something in that style.
Well, I went to Pinky's originally there in Japan and was looking, and I saw that one of the samurai Musashi cutting out of the skin. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
The Tattoo Expo is coming to St. Louis in June, and I'm probably going to go to that.
I need to go home again. I'm from Sykeston, so.
You're from Sykeston?
Yep.
Live in Cape, dude.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
That's where my great grandmother lived for years.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm in Cape Girardeau. Quarter mile from the Mississippi?
Yeah. I remember going across the river right there into Illinois all the time.
Yep. I got a buddy of mine that lives up there. He's in Murfreesboro.
Yep. My great grandmother had a nice house there years ago. But we used to go up there and we'd go over to Illinois and stuff like that. And, yeah, I miss Cape.
Yeah, Cape's nice. It's better than where I was at because I was all the way down in East Prairie for a while, and there's fucking nothing out there. Sykeston's where I had to go to Walmart and grocery shopping and stuff.
You got to drive 45 minutes to find someplace to go.
Yep, that part.
Hey, Sarge, my mod stuff showed back up now.
You got put in timeout.
Apparently, I don't know why.
TikTok hates me.
Well,
don't feel like the lone stranger. About 90% of the posts I get told this violates our community guidelines, and I'm like, seriously?
Dude, I've been hit more for hate speech and bullying because the algorithm doesn't understand how veterans talk to each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Like it's all in love. It really is.
I mean, most of the time I talk to my buddies I served with, typically the words out of my mouth are, how's your wife and my kids? And
yeah.
And they're
Jody,
like,
huh? Viking being Jody over there.
Gotta have Jody.
After 7 deployments, I was far from Jody.
Damn.
I saw a decal like that. You know the ones that got like the husband, wife, and kid like stick figures or whatever, right? Yeah. Well, it had the husband, wife, and kids, and it had Jody pointing up the dad.
I had a buddy. His wife was named Jody.
Oh, my cousin, her name is Jody, and she's like, They spelled it just like Jody in the military too.
Yeah, more than Go ahead, Larry.
My neighbor down the road is a Army vet as well, and he'll call me a female dog, and I'll tell him, "See you next Tuesday."
Can't understand normal thinking.
Do what, Brian?
I said can't understand normal thinking.
Yeah.
Well, here's what's messed up. So Brady knows, Larry knows. I have a lot of Australian followers and stuff like that, and I do lives with them a lot. They're allowed to say that word on here because it's part of their like normal everyday shit. I'm like, but if I said it one time, I'm getting hit.
Yeah.
For the see you next Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Aussies
I
say
mean,
that shit like crazy.
I
say it a lot
It's like every other
not
word.
live, but
stationed in England, they're at Hereford, and that's like every other word out of their mouth. You know? And I'm like, dude, in America, you'd get slapped for that.
See, it's like
I need your help because I'm going to put Loki out. Can you bring him in? Because I have to watch this.
you know that's
me
normally
one second,
every
guys.
woman in the United States. That's their absolute no-go word. But that is my favorite word to use.
Yeah, some women like they don't mind you calling that word, but if you call them a female dog, then that's a different story.
I mean, if I'm being one, like, you know, but like, don't just call me a name for no reason. But I love the see you next Tuesday word. I mean, I use that constantly. So
Noted.
Like my ex-father-in-law told his wife, because she said all men.
if you're not behind me slapping my ass saying that, then sorry, that was a lot. My bad.
I was thinking, I'm going to that point. I'm pulling hair too, you know.
You know what? I have a sticker on the back of my car, Viking, that says, if you're going to ride my ass, at least pull my hair. Yep.
I have one that says, sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me.
I mean, look at my name. I mean.
Oh, what have I gotten myself into?
I know. What'd you do, Sarge?
Let's see how far the rabbit hole actually goes, Alice.
Holy shit.
I thought he was going to stay in for a little bit longer.
Hi, baby.
Gunner, because he had broke out the guitar, and I was going to have him play a song to play us out. Because I have to, with the radio station, I have to end this right at 10 o'clock because I'm the longest show that the radio station does at 2 hours.
Yeah, even dog tags. She don't have but an hour.
Well, that was the stipulate when I first started talking with the radio station and everything else. They're like, "Well, how long is your show?" I'm like, "It's not really a show. They're like, "No, it is. You're talking to people and engaging." And I'm like, "Okay." They're like, "Well, what time does it go?" I'm like, 8 to 10 Central. 2 hours. I'm like, "Well, yeah." Like, because the other thing is too, like, if we got on topic on something, you know what I mean? I don't want to have to end it after an hour. Like, if we're like really into something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, look what happened last night. We had the what's it called? The fishing guys on. They came in late. You know what I mean?
So we can stay on live longer, is what you're saying?
I can stay live I can stay live longer, but I have to end the stream on the computer on the station.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Sorry, I was petting a random kitty outside. That's why I put myself on mute.
I've got one that keeps going underneath my damn back porch. Loki keeps trying to catch it.
Oh, look at that German Shepherd.
I'll get it, Michael. Hold on, guys. I gotta get the dog in.
Nice dog, Larry.
She is actually the replacement to my other service dog. I retired him. He's got hip dysplasia.
Oh.
I've retired him. Now he still works at the house and everything, which kind of pisses her off, but she gets to go everywhere. Yes, I'm talking about it.
But I want one.
She's over here rolling her eyes at me.
I've got a picture when I was in Afghanistan. I was going down the side of a hill and the dog laid down, and I'm carrying a dog down the side of a hill in Afghanistan because he wouldn't walk down the rocks.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, you're a squirrel.
This one attacks the water hose.
So I have a dog sibling that I take care of quite often. And crazy thing, his name is Sarge.
Go figure that one out.
My dad is also a veteran and was active duty most of my life. And he's is he 2 now? A 2-year-old chocolate lab. And I have to actually babysit him for a whole week and a half when my parents go on vacation. And he is such a little shit. And he pees on my feet every time I go to my parents' house. He is so excited to see me that he pees on my feet. And I'm like, bro, can you not pee on my feet? I have to immediately go into the bathroom, wash my feet off, wash my shoes. And then he's just so excited to see me, even though I'm there like multiple times a day. What the hell does that mean?
Milnor.
Huh?
It's Thor's hammer.
Hey, Viking.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate this. Yes.
Okay. All right.
She is a Norse goddess.
No, I know what that is. I practice Wicca, so.
Come here, monster. So, Viking, this is Loki.
Oh my God, he's so little.
Oh yeah, so little.
Oh, that's slobber.
He'll be 18 months on the 14th.
Oh, he just wants love.
Anytime
like,
I'm on camera, generally he's right here, like on top of me. He's my service pup.
Hey, Viking. Yeah, that dog is little. He can take and lay his head on the countertop and look over the countertop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. When they take up the bed, they take up the bed. So I'm like,
Their veterinarian, he actually has a Great Dane, and he is 37 inches on all fours.
Yeah, he's something like that. I mean, he's over 6 foot tall on his back legs.
Yeah,
I'm a whole 5'2" and a
I
half.
don't even want this dog to stand up on his back legs.
Brady, if you were sitting in a chair over here, his head would be right at the top of your head.
He a big boy.
He says,
Loki is a big boy.
Yeah, I got an English golden retriever. He just turned a year old. He's huge.
My
I
buddy.
don't have a dog. Am I the only one without a dog?
I got 3.
I've got 4.
I got 3 cats.
Oh, geez, I got 6.
Cats?
No, dogs.
I had
we
great days.
But now, but hold on,
running a kennel.
Let me guess. You guys are all cat haters, right?
No,
No.
cats.
No.
You better not be.
We have, hey, Brady, we have 11 cats too.
Holy shit,
sound like
Larry!
my
What are
grandmother's
you
cat.
doing?
My sister's house down there in Georgia, they got my grandmother, because she'll be 92 in August. She used to feed all the animals, the cats,
Okay,
and
me.
dogs, and those cats would multiply.
But see, I'm not on that. I would bring them all in and pay for them to get fixed. That's my
Well,
thing.
They
But
were slowly catching them and getting them fixed. But
I know it's hard. I've been there, done that too. I get you, Brian.
All the cats here
I get
are
your grandma.
she's a cat lady.
But they've pretty much been.
He's got an amazing personality, dude. Loki's got an awesome personality, and he's too smart for his own damn good too.
My cats have a theme of names too. I'm gonna see if you guys can all put it together.
I'm gonna shut
Three
up.
cats.
No.
You're out of it, Sarge. You can't. So my cats' names are Ozzy, Motley, and Stevie.
Headbangers.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Big
yep.
bangers of the girl.
Yes.
Motley Crue.
Yes.
And well, Stevie. I'm Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac.
Yes. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Yes.
My first service dog actually had a service cat, and he had a special name because he actually
Your
literally
service
did
dog
it.
had a service cat?
Yes.
Yes.
When I first got my service dog,
They
I
wouldn't
was having
buy a
some major
couch for
issues,
Great Dane,
and
or they take my
he would
couch
not
to bed.
quit working. He was working 24/7,
Sorry,
and he
Larry,
wouldn't
I'm
ever
so angry.
take a break or anything. And we had a cat that attached to him, and when I would have a bad day and he wouldn't go lay down and rest for a few minutes, that cat would get over there close to him, and if he ever took and got on the couch and put his head down, that cat would jump down and lay across his neck so he couldn't get up. But we named the cat Jarhead because he would
Love
eat the
it.
grandbaby's crayons.
Okay, so my Motley will eat. I have to watch him. He a big boy. He chunky, and I got him when he was already chunky and 3 years old. And he likes to eat anything and everything. So like when I clean the litter box sometimes, and I watch this little shit do this. Eat Legos. Anything that is like the consistency of like, like the kids have their fucking what do you call them? Like stress balls, like that type of material. That little shit will eat it, and he will eat Legos.
That rubberized foam.
This cat has pica. I don't know if cats have pica, but he does. And I have to stop him from eating wires that are plugged into the fucking wall.
He'll do it once.
I always say that he is not playing with a full deck of cards. I think I got him not playing with a full deck of cards.
You said that just then, and LSC was the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacations.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I know you know.
My wife has a cat that chews wires and stuff, and stepdaughter went and bought her a new cord for her iPhone because one of the kids actually accidentally tore her plug up. So she went and bought a new one, brought it in the house, plugged it up, plugged her phone to it, went to the bathroom, went and got her something to drink, and when she got back to the room, the cat had chewed the the new cord in half.
Dude, that last place I was living in, Larry, that trailer, remember that? So I was at my dining room table. Loki was in my room, and I didn't think nothing of it. I had only been sitting at the table for like 5 minutes trying to eat dinner with kids. And all of a sudden, all I hear is him screaming and yelping. So you know the square end of an extension cord where everything plugs into? He got all that apart and touched the fucking wires together and electrocuted his ass.
Oh, damn.
But you know what? He's not chewed another wire ever since.
That's like I said. You do it once and won't do it again.
See, my Molly doesn't learn. That's why I think
Thor attacked his ass, dude.
I think he's not playing with a full deck of cards. Or a full thing of crayons, if you know what I mean.
Any of us play with a full deck of cards?
No.
I mean, fair.
He's dumb as, okay, but this man, if I could, this little cat, he looks at me with the biggest crackhead eyes, and he has no thoughts behind those eyes. Like you know, you've seen that TikTok trend where they're like, "Ain't no thought behind those eyes." That is my cat. He's dumber than a box of rocks, but I love him more than anything.
I swear they threw me a Uno reverse card for my mental health.
If they went that way, they'd tell me to draw 4.
Right.
Draw 4.
I got hit with a reverse, draw 4, and draw 4.
And a skip, maybe?
Yeah, and a skip, probably.
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, I'm very well aware. My mental health is a dumpster fire.
Mine is better. Mine is better. Mine used to be a dumpster fire.
I take that back. It's gotten so much better over the last what I've been doing this now, Larry and Brady, 2 months?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's to the point where I can keep my pew pew in the house and not worry about wanting to see what it tastes like. So my mental health by doing these lives has improved immensely, and to be able to do like this and just let everybody else talk and hopefully help and reach other people and help them through their shit, that's helped too.
You know, I was talking to my dad about this today. And my dad is an anti-TikToker, you know?
Yeah.
And I was talking to him about you and the Warrior Wednesdays. And he goes, "Well, what are you guys talking about?" And I'm like, "Dad, just normal fucking veteran shit, you know? Like whatever topic comes up, we talk about it." And he goes, "Well, I might download TikTok for that." And I'm like,
He doesn't we're on Facebook.
Yes.
Twitter, Twitter, we're on.
No,
Roku.
he wants to get on the live and talk, but that makes me a little uncomfortable. Yeah. And we're in a lot of it because it's weird because my dad's an OEF vet, and I'm a non-combat vet.
I'm an OIF vet both times.
So it's weird because my dad is younger compared to, because I'm 32. He's going to be 49 in July. And he's like, I want to get into that. I want to talk to other veterans. You know, like we're both in like the dysfunctional veteran group. We're both in like so many veteran groups together. And it just, we overlap. And I'm like, oh, well, I feel like I can't talk about certain things or he can't talk about certain things. But today we were like, you know, I'm like, we're doing these lives and it's on military broadcast radio. And he goes, well, I've never heard of them. I would love to listen to them. I'm like, okay, well, we're online and, you know, all these things. And he goes, I might download TikTok for that. But I'm like, Dad, if you don't, please.
I need to send you some of the shirts I had for the guys in my unit telling us we put the fun back in dysfunctional.
I used to have a shirt like that, and I don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
So
mine
I
disappeared.
still have DV shirts that say like fuck, I can't. I have a couple sweatshirts and shirts, but the one shirt says fuck, it was one of the originals too. Dysfunctional veteran, may blow
Medicated
up or
for your
whatever,
own
you know,
safety.
like
I hate to do it, but it's reached that time.
so we have to end.
I have to end it on here because it goes to the radio station. I have to end both.
Boo.
All right.
And I'm gonna be honest, I need like a little bit of a break from this chair.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Metal in your back and a wooden chair, not conducive.
No.
No.
I got
Night,
it in my
y'all.
foot and my left leg, so I feel your pain.
Good night, everybody. Same time next week. I'd love to see everybody.
Yes, sir.
So I will
I'll
see
be-
everybody next week. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.